Today, I'm turning Warhammer into Freakhammer, and I've only got 100 turns to do it. I'm putting on that shiesty on max settings, legendary, very hard, with the max AI cheats possible, the hardest endgame crisis. That's just how we do it on the War channel. No pussing out, and you better get used to seeing this symbol so that almighty YouTube sound does not smite me down from the heavens, as it's gonna get really freaky. There are 5 stages of Freak, starting from just a normal Grand Cathay experience with Mommy Meow to I only have 100 turns to do this, so before turn 100, I need to get to stage 5 while also allying or destroying both Marathi and Katarin, which may or may not be also, let's say, a bit changed. And we'll have to somehow beat a brand new hyper ramped up endgame crisis unlike any other. If we're not prepared, we will lose, we will fail, and the Gunnar dream will be lost forever. Full transparency, I've already lost a challenge once, and I don't ever plan on repeating that, so let's lock in, let's go, get freaky, and start this Miaoying campaign. As we start the campaign, I feel like I gotta explain a couple of things. So, how do we actually progress the stages? Number 1, you either defeat a Slaanesh army in combat.
Shimmy, do you want my sword? No, not that one. This one.
I am the storm that is approaching.
Or you do trade deals, ally with the Slaanesh army.
Shimmy, do you want my sword? No, not that one. Now do you want my sword?
Yes! Yes!
The more you do, the more freaky you get. That's the way it goes. For now though, take a look. This is the most normal Grand Cathay will look pretty much in the entire campaign. It's the only time really that'll look this normal. I'm just taking out that early settlement, getting it done quick. Recruit a second army. We're trying to get in there fast. We're taking out Sheyang. We actually peace out with our original adversary because Miaoying has a special plan that I'm sending her on a mission to do, because I know that if I don't want to lose this campaign again, I have to actually come in with a plan. So that's why I'm attacking and gonna go through the Mountains of Morn as opposed to going to the right like you might do in a normal Miaoying campaign. I get buddy with the ogres, I don't want to deal with them, but the dwarves, who cares about them? They're on the 6 feet anyways. Just take them out, occupy their land, sounds good to me. We do attack these ogres though, because they're minor ogres. Miners! So, you know, it should be fine. We go to the Blood Peak Mountains, get in there, auto-resolve. Bye-bye. You can see my army's already looking really strong here with Miaoying.
Come on, man! That's too easy!
You want to get that early lead before the enemy starts ramping up, because if they ramp up and you're not ramped up, you're about to get cooked. I go to try to ambush this big force of ogres there in the mountains. I try to look for some trade deals for my allies. Imperial Wardens want to confederate. I say, hell yeah! That means I can protect the north so I don't have to deal with it. Because if I own the north, it's pretty easy to protect it. But trying to keep that north protected with that stinky AI is so hard to do. I recruit Julong. Forgive me if I butcher some of these Cathayan names. I have not practiced my cultural skills that very well. What can I say? But I'm gonna recruit some archers, you know, they come at me, you know, hold the little choke point, poke them down. Get that growth, I want to get those buildings up really fast. I don't want to push in the north at all. Just defend against Zatan, the Black, and Village. He can just stay up there. I'll stay in Cathay. Miaoying, I got some items. I'm gonna get her kitted out, want her looking fresh. Also, if you get these caravans, always just go for the one that gives you more BOP, because you really want to be auto-resolving that stuff. And we get our first Slaaneshi battle, the Slaanesh's Blade. We'll get this one later, but for now, we gotta take out our first ogre adversary at the Titan's Notch. It looks like they ran away from us, pretty good. They did not want no smoke with Miao Miao. She is quite the girl boss. Maytan though, I actually got a winery over here. It's like a special building of Slaanesh, exquisite vineyard. We'll keep an eye on that one, but let's just say Wargod's luck is not very good. He needs to go pray to Reynold a little bit more. And we get attacked by a massive ogre army. Bunch of pigback riders. Miao Miao's got like a stack, and we got this Slaaneshi garrison. You'll find out more about that later. But we'll fight this battle. You know, going in this one, I was pretty confident. I was like, come on. It's just a bunch of stinky pigback riders and ogres. They got light armor. We got archers. we should be fine.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
And you would have to see how this one goes. I kind of send in Miaoying as kind of, you know, guerrilla tactics, get in there, punch, because Miaoying, at this point, I don't think she had the Von Karstein blade yet, but she was still tanky enough to just distract them. I bring back my caster. She actually almost died to the Saber Tusk, but luckily I'm able to peel them off with the Sky Junk and a couple of Searing Dooms. And I also pull back Miaoying. Don't want her to get a little too messed up in the back there. She's getting chased down by a horde of crows though, but they're just gonna come right to the slaughter. Gonna treat them like practice targets and shoot them up with all my archers. Oh, the crows. Bye-bye. Like playing Duck Hunt IRL. You can see the ogres now are finally entering in our front line. We're getting charged by ogres, charged by pigbacks. Big blob over there. We're definitely going to want to punch that with the Sky Junk. Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Punch them, Sky Junk. Dude, stop aiming. Just shoot. On the left, though, I'm going to cast a Searing Doom. But on the right, Sky Junk, shoot.
Please, me, I need this.
I think he's getting distracted by the crows. But as soon as I peel them off, I should be able to get some really good volleys into those bunched up Noblars. You can see my front line is just holding on for dear life. I've got like a scrap of troops. I was a little bit lazy, not gonna lie. So my Jade Warriors probably didn't have as much HP as they should have. But hey, what you gonna do? Over here, you can see we're just casting our spells. Miaoying getting half health by crows is more than I thought was gonna happen, but she's still relatively healthy. I guess Blood Vultures are quite strong. Sky Junk finally gets some volleys into the sides as they bunch up on my infantry, but my infantry is looking really thin. I mean, they're punching through fast. The cheats go crazy, but I do get his lord. He sends him in, and I poke him down with all my archers. I'm like, I gotta get him out. Ogres do have really low leadership compared to some other factions, so if I take out that lord, even though they have the AI cheats for more leadership, I can still probably tear out them off with Miao Miao. The Sky Junk's gonna go over now to the left after peeling off the right flank. Kind of, not really, but there's a bigger blob over there, so I just want to get the biggest value leads I can. My entire front line on the right side is gone at this point. There's nothing, it's just archers. So hopefully there's the volume of fires enough to defend against them. A lot of ogres here, and the front line completely collapses. We have no front line on either sides at this point. It got really scary here. You can see a lot of my archers. My Sky Junk is almost dead. The only real power I have right now, I'd say, is a Celestial Dragon Crossbowman and my Jade Crossbows, because all the other archers are shut down at this point. I need Miao Miao to go right now and start sniping some of these single entities, because if they get to the guns and I don't have anything to counter them and it's Miao Miao in a 1v2, I don't think she's a fan of Eiffel Towers. We need to get rid of them really fast. Miao Miao comes up here, snipes the Lord while she has some support. She's doing good. She's getting really good hits into that Tyrant. Miao Miao's a queen. She'll never lose to him. I do have to pull out the Sky Junk. I do not want to be losing my Sky Junk this early. By scraping by, we managed to win that one. And if you notice, I don't have my caster anymore. She got sniped by the hunter when I wasn't looking. I guess the AI now is a little smarter and is programmed to snipe him, so we lost our metal caster. This is a big loss. I was really pissed. I even thought about restarting the campaign. But you know what? I was like, listen, it's going fine enough still. So we move on to the next turn. Skaven Dirty Rats always declare war on me. Buddy, you're doing absolutely nothing to me. Stay humble. In the north, I'm just going to continue to build up my forces. I really do want nothing to do with villagers. No, not villagers. Satan the Black. Because they are very scary. They get ramp up really fast, and they become a really big problem in this campaign. But for now, I just got to deal with some stinky rats. I get Mei Tan over here to try to go and, like, she's out of the range of the rats, recruit more units, and if they try to attack my settlement, I counterattack. That's the plan. Hopefully it works out for me. Miao Miao's gonna finish off the ogres in a non-sus way. Gets them, auto-resolves them. Good job, Miao Miao. Hit him with the thunder. And yeah, we're just gonna get over here. Now, I get a little antsy. So, Miao Miao, I see Grimgor there, and I'm like, okay. Do I attack Grimgor? Do I not attack Grimgor? I don't really want to attack him. Grimgor is super strong early game. Like when he gets that. So I really did not want no beef with him. It's only 11 turns in, guys. I go and kill the final one here. And this was a stupid play. I'm not gonna lie, I shouldn't have done this. But I got thirsty for the kills. Listen, the ogre disrespected me and they needed to pay. So I just fight it manually, you know, take the least losses I can. Beat him up. Miao Miao's at full HP as well. That's pretty good. But I realized, like, oh shit, there's two greenskin armies. If they declare war on me right now, I'm done. I'm not making it out.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
So I tell Grimgor,
Please,
Grimgor,
I need this.
I'll give you all my settlements. I'll give you everything, bro. Do not declare war on me. I gave him, what is that even called? Titan's Notch. And I asked for some money in a non-aggression pack. Boom. I get it. So me and Grimgor are the homies. And I actually give him Blood Peak as well. Because look, defensive alliance. I'm sure Grimgor will definitely be trustworthy and never betray me.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, okay. Well, for now, at least, you know, Grimgor's the homie, so that's cool. We can go through his lands unimpeded. This could have gone really bad if he attacked me. I do not think I could have been 2 full stacks with the limp army that I had. It was pretty much just Miaoying as my only strength in there, as it normally is. I finally do get peace with the ogres, because I don't want to have to go all the way back to take their last settlement, and I get a little bit of extra money from them. Like I said, Miao Miao has a secret plan all the way in Kislev. If you remember the goal of this video, we gotta meet up with Katerin somehow. They put a little stinky undercity in my gate bastion. Okay, whatever, Skaven. Maytan, look like the Skaven over here wants some beef. I attack them, they run away, they're scared, they're chicken. I figured if they're chicken, I should be able to win this battle, right?
Wrong.
It says valiant defeat. I was confident going in. I think I had this one. You can see I just blobble with my lord. I'm gonna just cast a bunch of breath attacks, shoot them with my archers. It really should have been that easy. Ultimately, this battle does not go great for me. You can see they're all going to start routing up, and we ultimately are going to lose, even if we do snipe the Lord here, though. So we get the Lord, but again, it's just not enough. Here, take a final breath attack as a final screw you. And you see, we don't fully lose it, though. I'm able to actually retreat and go back to Sheiyang because I was on the offense. This is why you want to stay on the offense, especially against the Skaven. If they ambush you, you're gonna die. I recruit another Lord just in case. I don't know how many rats there are. There's always some others lurking in the trees. But this rat in the next turn, we're able to track him down, hunt him down, kill him. And I do recruit some infantry in this army as well, making it a lot stronger. Get that replenishment rate. We need to stay nice and healthy. While I'm dealing with the rats back in Cathay, back in the Darklands, I made travel across Grimgor's land and Zarnagrund, and now I am at the Silver Pinnacle with Miao Miao. But before I can pass the Silver Pinnacle, there is a lot of zombies.
The zombies are coming.
But I don't think Miao Miao can actually fight that. I mean, there's 4 stacks of zombies. It's gonna be a long, long day before Miao Miao is able to deal with them all. So I take the Blasted Expanse, just, you know, be a little annoying, bit a little bit of D-Wad, and, you know, I try to go after now the Overlords of, what are they called? Overlords of Zarduk. And I dookie on them, taking their territory. I just want to make sure that Miao Miao has that position ready. So hopefully they capture the settlement I captured, and then I capture their life. Or at least unlife. That was the plan, at least. We'll see how it works out for me. And the next turn, though, Grimgor already breaks the defensive alliance.
Your life is nothing. You serve as 0 purpose. You should yourself now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble. Because what are you here for? To worship me? Yourself. I mean that with 100%.
I gave you 2 settlements and you betrayed me like that. And here we go, the plan is falling into place. The vampires go and attack our main settlement over here. Not our main settlement, but the one we stole from them. They're taking it back. See, now it's only 2 armies of vampires. Unless they bring another one. Do they bring one? Okay, no, they bring 3, so I don't think Miao Miao can fight that still, and I don't even think she can reach them. But the Overlords of Zarduk are having a lot of problems with, so I recruit some Arwars, and I send Miao Miao on this Chaos Dwarf stack. A lot of it is just quote-unquote laborers, as they like to call them. It should be an easy battle. I fight it manually, though. Skyjunk over here, shooting in them. They say valiant defeat, but you know War God don't lose.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
They're gonna pop pretty early, and again, we go for another juicy Grand Cathay box. Hey, man, I didn't make the Grand Cathay faction. Release the Monkey King, release Yin Yin. And we can get some more very Cathay playstyles, but we end up winning this battle pretty easily, sniping the Lord. Everybody routes off in a big Overlords of Zarduk are gonna have to go back, and they send another army. These brothers got a lot of armies, a lot of money, but they do a weird maneuver where they force march to the side of us. I'm not sure what the AI was thinking here. Another, again, just keep getting the melee units that are giving me the most BOP so I can just auto-resolve those Cathay caravan quests, because it's very annoying fighting ogres all the time. I hit like every single time I would get ambushed by those stupid ogres. Very annoying. I don't show you it all here, but believe me, it pissed me off. Well, we go and attack the Howling Rock with Miao Miao. We want to keep pushing on the Overlords of Zarduk. We do not want them to have any foothold in this battlefield. We want to keep winning. Village in the north here, he's on the prowl. We have to make sure he does not get any time to invade any of our bastions. When we see Village go near Bastion, we move our army. We want to be able to in a constant position to counterattack him. We actually end up getting peace with the Skaven after we beat them up, because I don't want to have to fight Skaven the entire day. So now we're chill with them. So Grand Cathay is relatively safe now. The only real big problem is over here in the Darklands. You can see we get a rebellion here taking up our settlement. Some more Streltsy. Again, keep getting the most BOP units for the caravans. Caravans are fun. I like them, but they can be a little annoying. And here we see the war host of Jar, led by Zatan the Black. And yeah, he's clearly wanting to take our settlements. He's getting ready to, press in there. But again, I just keep building the force. We do not want the North to fall. If the North falls, I'm going to have to pull Miaoying back, recruit a new army. It's going to be a whole shebang. So just keep it off my lawn. Like Plants for Zombies. No!
I'm just a
Get
sunflower.
them out of there. And that's going to end the turn. But before we can do that, Lamian Sister Horde is going to come in. And again, they're on Miaoying's tail. They're hunting her down like she is a fugitive. But pretty soon, Miaoying is going to turn the tables on them. Just you wait. But the Overlords of Zarduke actually end up taking the Howling Rock. Okay. I guess they were thinking 10 steps ahead of me. Or were they? Am I thinking 20 steps ahead? Is Miao Miao smarter? She is. I get the Vambraces of Yin. Not the best item in the world, but you know, I'll take it. Free item is a free item. Game is game, as they say. And I actually replaced Miaoying with this Lady Shuyin. You might say, War God, why are you replacing Miaoying now when there's about to be a lot of battles? And I tell you, the North is more dangerous. Village and Zatan the Black are menaces. And I thought with the army I have here, I got the Sky Junk and I had plenty of archers and the Celestial Dragon Guard and the Arwars. I thought that it would be easy enough to hold this, and I ended up taking out obviously that other stack of little greenie boys real fast. That was a light work one, and then I see this giant zombie stack, and I start duking in my pants a little bit. I was like, okay, I didn't expect there to be this many zombies.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Seeing as I knew they were their last turn, but I saw red and I wanted to take it. I put the Van Karstein blade on that guy, get him some regen, keep him nice and healthy. And the guys I declared peace with before now are trying to attack me again, so I have to go on the counter attack with my guys. And we finally get attacked by that big vampire force. This is way too much force for this army to deal with, but I'm not gonna retreat.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's run! Let's go!
Oh, listen, it's just zombies, bro. I played plenty of Plants vs. Zombies. I know how to deal with zombies. Let's see this in. Skyjunk starting off, poking down as many zombies as he can. He's just trying to get, you know, thin down the hordes before they break down my front line. My front line is hella thin. I have like a couple of Jade Warriors at best, not even any full health ones. It is very rough. I knew I needed to kill the Lords here, so I summoned out my Grand Cathay summon. I put the Celestial War Compass on the direction of these guys, little Ethereal Dragon Guard. So I make sure to kill off the Lords right away. These guys need to die. If they don't die now, they're never going to die in this battlefield because they're going to be constantly on the back foot, and that is no good for anybody. I can see the Skeleton Warriors coming on the side. Very soon they'll start bunching up, but I'm going to need to make sure all my Skyjunk ammo values really count. My Lord actually loses to his Lord, but he's just terrified, so he should come back, and he does have the Van Karstein Blade, so he should be okay, in theory. A lot of theory here, but it should be fine. We're just going to keep Dragon Breathing, Breath Attacking, that giant zombie cluster. You can see the Skyjunk about to get that juicy shots. Oh, I need to shoot it. I need to kill the Lord too. Nice volley comes down from the Celestial Dragon Crossbowman right into the Vargeist, whatever the hell his name is. I don't even know. But the ugly guy, he's going to die here. So one Lord's down. There's another one to go. And vampire counts are a lot reliant on their Lord. So if I'm able to kill them, maybe I can bring this back. But there's a lot of zombies. And you can see my entire front line's already gone. We're getting our archers dived on. I'm trying to breath attack, trying to desperately cling back whatever I can. I finally get that Lord, and their second Lord there is going down. You can see him really low, and I popped the second Lord too. I needed to get him, and I got him. Celestial Dragon General and the Shin Gung Lord, however the hell you say that, also got him. And again, we're just keep poking down the zombies with the Skyjunk. We're getting some juicy shots. That's the kind of shots I like. And yeah, we get surrounded by the zombies, but then the Celestial Dragon General decides to rout at half HP. Not even half, like a quarter HP. I was yelling some things I probably shouldn't have at him pretty loudly because I was quite angry when he routed because I needed that brother. I really did. But he ultimately decides to rout off the battlefield like a loser. And I'm just going to speed up the rest of the battle for you here. Really, it's just a lot of Skyjunk shooting, Shugun Gun breathing. And we'll see if I'm able to get this. It's entered to become the Shugun Gun and the Skyjunk. They just all blob up on the Celestial Dragon Crossbowman. And we just kind of kite them around for a long time. I just want to use up all my WOM at this point. I've accepted I've lost, but I'm going to use all my bombs, all my WOM, and then retreat off the battlefield. So hopefully next turn, because they only attack me once, I'll be fine. And they don't actually press the attack. I guess they didn't have enough movement range. And we did a lot of damage to them, more than they did to us, and we're able to counterattack them. They're running away now because they know that I'm the predator of the prey that is hiding. And we should be able to finish them off.
Hey, yo!
So what turned into a bad situation ended up pretty good for us, and we're able to just auto-resolve the rest of these armies. I don't want to see you back, little zombie boys. And the next turn hits, I want to start upgrading Nangao. I want to get some better upgrades so we can get some higher tier troops, because these peasant guys are not going to cut it. We just kind of upgrade everything. I got a lot of money for fighting off the zombies. I take out the rebels. This will just be the first step into taking them out, so I don't have to deal with them anymore, so Grand Cathay can be secure, and I can purely focus on the north. Shu Yun, I combine her armies and the other guys' armies so that I don't have to pay as much supply lines. I attack Howling Rock. Over back in Cathay, Zhao Leng and blah 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 are attacking the final rebel settlement, and once this is done, it's gonna be gone. Miao Miao comes back there. I need Miao Miao there because I'm telling you, this northern fight is going to be the hardest battles in this campaign. It is going to be rough. I'm going to be sweating. Zatan the Black already in war with me. See, I knew it. I just knew he was going to clear war me, so I had to send Miao Miao back there. And so does Village come in war with me. It was inevitable. It was bound to happen. But we do have Miao Miao up there. She's got a lot of girl power, so she should be fine. And she's getting a lot better stack. Back in Grand Cathay, I have better troops and units. You can see I'm getting crane gunners, getting some freaky units, getting some normal units. And we should be good here. I want to do the Slanesh Blade quest battle, but I just can't. There's too much stuff. And the other side, the zombies are on my back. And the north, I got Chaos Doors and I got a giant Chaos army in my front door. I can't fight the Slanesh battle yet because it's a super hard one.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Tons of high tier troops. So in this early game, I have to make sure Miao Miao's army is up to par before I even attempt that. Dragon Gate, I cancel these because I can tell I didn't have my armies in position because I was attacking the rebels. So now they're going to come and get me. Julong trying to get over there, but I'm almost certainly going to get attacked by them. So that's going to be scary. We'll see if I'm able to hold the Snake Gate. I doubt it. Back over here in the Badlands, Shay Yin attacks the zombies again. We're just trying to make sure to finish them off. We do not want to build up again. That was way too close that other time. If they played just a little bit better, I would be done. End of turn. I was expecting this Chaos Dwarfs attack. A lot of it is laborers, so I thought maybe I'd be able to hold this one, and I fight the battle here. Starts it off real soon. I'm just getting the tier 2 towers because I'm purely focused on infantry here. There's not really any large stuff. I also forgot my cav like a dodo bird, and they got killed for free, so already things are going quite bad for me in this battlefield. I did have the summon, which could help me out, and they also sent their Veil Taurus in like a dodo brain, so I got that as like a free pick. That's always nice when the AI does that. Thank you, AI. But yeah, we take him out, and we're just trying to build these 200 gold, not 2,000 gold towers. They have the most AoE splash damage to hopefully kill as many quote-unquote laborers as I can. You can kind of see I don't bunch up all my guys. You want to stay spread out so your archers can actually shoot, because I find if you play your archers too close to your front line, you're not able to shoot, and things just go end up poor. Yeah, I summon out the summon there. I just want to hold for as long as I can, because they're just going to come and keep coming.
Don't stop coming and they 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 don't stop coming.
Like, I mean, you can just see here after the battle, they take so much, way more than we do. So that's fine enough. And they don't end up actually taking the settlement. I think they just sack it. Yeah, they just sack it because I got them solo. They didn't have the confidence of fighting off Shu Yun's army afterwards.
You stupid.
Village tries the same thing, but I guess his IQ is not high enough, and he doesn't realize I have like easy auto resolve there, so I just take that one. Miao Miao build up her army. She got a bunch of blickies. She got a bunch of sticky. And her army is looking pretty strong. I definitely need more of a front line. I have 3 warriors for my front line. Definitely not ideal. But I'm going to get Miao Miao some support here. I got Zhu Lao. Got to replace the alchemist that I lost before. And I fight our first battle against Slanesh. This one is vanilla. We're just fighting Sadagyang the Dark Prince. I know I said that wrong. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. And yeah, we just skipped that. You guys probably seen that cutscene before. Basically, defend Gotrek and Felix with Miao Miao. This is like a shockingly hard battle. Normally CA quest battles aren't that hard, but this one is really hard. Because Gotrek and Felix love dying. They just love it, man. Instantly, we attack the Lord with all our cannons. We put a target on her back, because she just goes immediately for Gotrek and Felix, which obviously we're trying to protect them. So stay away. We pass a slow on her to hopefully get some more shots before she enters the fray. But I cast this. I know she has magic attack, but listen, I wanted to do whatever I could to protect Gotrek and Felix. So I get Miao Miao in there, and I'm just going to constantly heal them the entire game. Because if they're healthy with healing, then they're not dead. So that was the logic. But I really don't have a front line. You can see they're diving in. But we do have just a lot of Daka. You can see the Chariot tries to come in and immediately gets obliterated. Forsaken or Seekers coming in from the side. They also getting shot up. As the battle progresses, we take out most of their front line, but there's way more on the way. I mean, I think this battle might be endless. I didn't realize it at the time. I thought I could just hold out, but I don't think you are able to just hold out. And Miao, Gotrek, and Felix are all just fighting in their little triple hero core. I keep healing them, but those are Exalted Demonettes and Witch Elves. Not what Gotrek or Felix want to be fighting. Super hyper anti-infantry, and my backline is getting stuck. Those are Chosen, by the way. On the left there, that's Chosen, and on the back, that's also Chosen. So we are getting pushed to hell. We are in hell right now. We need to lock in and win, but it's pretty scary. I shoot at my cannons, and the cannons actually get a lot of friendly fire on Gotrek and Felix, so I was not happy about that one, but it is what it is. To win this battlefield, I end up sending Miao in dragon form because I acknowledge that I need to kill the Lurises in the back. If you let the Lurises in the back live, I think you just get infinite summons of demons at you. So I'm like, okay, Gotrek and Felix,
please, I need this.
And I'm just gonna send Miao in there to hopefully kill the Lurises before Gotrek and Felix die. We'll see ultimately how that pans out. The Demonettes are coming in here. I'm just trying to shoot everything I can. I have no frontline at this point. It's just pure shooting. So I gotta shoot them before they come on me. And you don't want them to get over there. If they get over there, I'm dead. That's no good. Miao though is in the back. I think she's hunting out an Luris right now. But she bugs out a whole bunch in this battle and just doesn't hit the Luris. Because, I mean, W time. W attack animations. 1, 2, 3 attacks, and Miao hit 0 of them. But she finally does get some hits in and does ultimately end up killing this Solaris. But while she kills the Solaris, Felix ran away luckily, and Gotrek is really low. So Miao, please stop missing. Kill that Solaris. I already said you're gonna do it. Please obey. There you go. Solaris pops. And Felix is routed, which is actually good for me because if he's routed, it means he's not on the front line. So really, Gotrek is the one who is scary. But ultimately, I'm able to get both the Lurises and save the battlefield. My entire army's gone, by the way. I lost the entire army because they just had so much force, and I had no front line. But we ultimately barely win it with just Miaoying. The entire rest of the army is dead. That is a lot of Slanesh force I had to deal with there. But we got it done. We only lost 4 units, you know, I'll take it. No, 5 units. I'll take it. That was a really hard one. And now we've unlocked Gotrek and Felix. And we got our first gift of Slanesh. This is going to start the corruption. After we accept this, we're going to get stage 1. But do we actually want to accept it? Let's read up here. That was impressive. That was impressive. As expected of the Storm Dragon, we appreciate beautiful things. And these boots would enhance your already considerable beauty. Please take them as a gesture of our respect. Several servants carefully bring up an ornate chest. Opening it, you see rich velvet caressing a pair of black boots. They exude a magical aura, and you feel yourself being drawn to put them on. Now that's very kind of them to offer us some boots like this. I would never reject a friendly gift from some former enemies turned allies. They acknowledge that Miao is a queen, so we're gonna wear the boots. Very kind of them to offer them to Miao. So now we're wearing the boots and we've officially entered stage 1. Things are getting just a little bit freaky. Slight freak on. This gives us an opportunity to get Miaoying an even stronger armor. I'm gonna get some infantry in there, you know, get it nice and juicy. And in the north here, they want to attack us, but we're gonna attack them back. We attack the Warhorse of Zar, attack them, run away, do a little tricky, but I don't actually run away far enough. And, well, they attack the Snake Gate, but this should be a pretty easy fight. Just auto-resolve that. But we don't end up actually retreating far enough to the gate, and they end up getting us with an attack with 2 Sondergrund forces. This was a scary battle. We're getting attacked from the front and the back. You know, the Eiffel Tower maneuver is not something I appreciate. I put on the summon on the bridge there to hopefully like hold them off. Like, he's holding back the gates, bro. He's holding back the whole army. He's a trooper. And as these guys come in, I breath attack them. I shoot them up. And I get him good. I also have a crow flying around the edges, caping a Lamasu, getting kited. I'm gonna pull back the lady right here. We dealt with the army that was coming in, and now we can do the army that was coming forward with their blunderbusses. As the Lamasu comes in, I'm just gonna turn all my guns to him and blast his brains out. And then I'm gonna send my Lord Mei Tan over here to go breath attack them. And we should have this battle pretty easy at this point after killing that first main army. It wasn't no big thing. They all ride off and we take that victory. Even in the times where they try to ambush me, I still get the dub. It's what you gotta do. Next turn happens, we're gonna go on the offense again. We want to take out this dirty Norskin faction. They're super annoying in the late game. They just keep getting stacks and stacks for free even when they have 1 settlement. So again, we hold up in the corner here. We hold them on a choke point, put down the breath attack, and we say... There's a lot of force here though, so I'm getting in my second army to come in here. And we're going to say bye-bye Norsko with a giant flaming storm. There you go. Didn't even need the second army. Could have just done that with the first one. Why you make me play this, CA? Loot and occupy, Dragon's Crossroad. We're probably going to lose it, so we'll just take it for now. And then we're going to push on the vampire, try to get them. But I kind of make a mistake here, and I attack this without realizing that they're going to get dragged in because they're both at war with me. So now I'm going to fight the Chaos Lords with some hyper elite infantry as well as the zombies. This battle is going to be the closest one so far. These are Infernal Ironsworn, some of the most elite infantry in the game. Honestly, I'd probably say the most elite infantry in the game. They're super tanky. They have blasting charges. The only real AP I have are the crossbows and the iron hails. And there's a lot of Infernal Ironsworn, Fire Glaze, blunderbusses. Super elite stuff because it was in the caravan. So that was bad. I definitely should have attacked these separately. And then the vampire counts come on top of that. And I've got two really scary forces. My plan here, again, was kind of the same what I've been doing. Hold up in the corner, send my lower out, send out my flame tornadoes, get my little blimpy, could go fly all over the place. I actually run out of ammo with the blimp I use so much, and I'm actually going to use the little bombs on it to try to get that final little push, because you see my entire front line is dead. I just have archers left, my lord is routing, looking really scared. There's grave guards, zombies, skeletons, everything in this vampire count army. If there's literally just like a couple more units, I would be finished. I was on running complete on just fumes, no ammo. My lord almost dead, but we barely managed to get it by sniping the lord, bombing those guys, and we take that W pretty good. They're not going to stop my gooner dreams. I am going to goon straight to the top. Take that, 4,000 gold, pretty nice. You can see for a lot of this campaign, I'm pretty broke.
Tell them to bring me my money.
So any money helps me quite a lot. But as I attack, they get a lot of their forces replenished at the Silver Pinnacle. So I'm going to actually have to retreat because, yeah, I can't deal with that. That settlement has way too much in there still. So we're just going to run away. I don't want no smoke with them. If they attack me again, I should be fine still. I killed most of them, so it should be fine. Miao back up in the north. I'm going to finish her off with some... I'm going to get some Celestial Lion there. Get that little AoE debuff. And then we'll go take on the Blade of Sinesh battle to hopefully get that. That's a really good item. And we're going to want to get more freaky. They do end up attacking us with a full stack, which definitely caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that one. But I guess we just have to fight it like a lot of other faction fights in this game. I'm just going to speed through this one, though. Break down the zombies, shoot them up until they die. That's pretty much it. We kill the lord, kill the zombies. You can see it goes pretty fast. Get them. Bye-bye. And then Julong in the north with a couple of guys. We're trying to push back village and get to his main settlement over there at the Fortress of Eyes. If we can get to that, that's pretty much going to chop village right at the tip. He's not going to like that one, but game is game. It must be done. Chongzong Zhang is going to send over some cannons over here, give them some siege attackers for the armies, and make them a lot stronger. Miao is also going to be pushing on the Chaos Lords. We, again, want to push them off. We cannot let the Northern Bastion fall. The Northern Bastion falls are going to pour into Grand Cathay, and everything is going to go to Shiesty. Continuing to upgrade all my settlements, I want to make sure we are looking nice and good for the future. You don't want to spend all your money and then end up broke and sad when everybody's attacking with full stacks, and we end the turn. We get attacked by a big Kastorf army. Now, a lot of this army is trash, though. Like, what? There's a couple of, like, trains, bull horses, and Infernal Guard. But for the most part, this is a pretty trash army. But I still don't think we have enough forces yet to quite get it. So I retreat Miaoying, and I'm going to get ready to counterattack them real soon. Lokier declares war on me. Screw you too, buddy. Screw you too. But we got bigger fish to fry. Because back in the Blasted Lands, we get attacked by another Vampire Count force here. We beat them, though, and we take the settlement. Boom, moving on to the next turn. It's at turn 31, and we finally got our first little dilemma. So I'll explain to you what exactly is happening here in a concise way. So basically, boom, Miaoying is she's having a rough day. Cathay, there's so much to manage, and she's real tired. And then all of a sudden, the doors burst open, and this pink lady called the emissary pulls up, and she says, "Meow, meow. Oh, do I have an offer for you? Meow, meow. I know you've got those boots, and you're just having such a hard time, so I'm gonna help you out. I have so much kindness in my heart, meow, meow. So I'd like to join you as an advisor and help you be better, get better, and dream sweet dreams and feel more relaxed. In a very kind way." Miaoying at first is a little hesitant, judging by this pink lady. Maybe she has something to do with Slanesh. They're not the most trustworthy, but she came with such kindness into Miaoying's court, so of course she's gonna accept her. I'm sure this pink lady has nothing mischievous planned, and she accepts the pink lady into her court, and she starts helping around Grand Cathay, slowly getting closer to Miaoying. Miao now is gonna attack that huge Castor force. Now there's a lot there. There's like 1 full stack over there. Looks like it's 3 full stacks with the garrison included. So that's pretty not nice. But I get Miao Miao kitted out. And I attack these armies because I believe in the power that is Miao Miao. It ends up actually being pretty easy because it's a settlement. Because CA has really good settlement logic. Yes, yes, yes. I take Miao Miao, Gotrek, and Felix. And I just kind of blob them up and lay them down with some crane gunner fire, some cannon fire, and some claws. You can see here, I just finish off, I attack them, bring in my final bit of forces, and I just gun down the last little bit of the Chaos Wolf resistance. Kind of anticlimactic, but hopefully CA can fix this kind of thing so it doesn't end up being so easy in the future. But we just have overwhelming firepower, and they're not able to do nothing. Miao Miao, Gotrek, Felix is quite a killer duo, or I guess a killer trio. The other army is not really a threat, it's filled with just hobgoblins and laborers. I ain't worried about all that. And we're also pushing over with 2 armies on the right here to try to get to the Fortress of Eyes. We need to finish off villagers. He's going to attack us for the entire campaign. And I ain't really trying to deal with all that. So we're going to continue pushing on him. We got 2 more Celestial Lions buffing up our little armies. We're getting ready to make a large assault on the Red Fortress. I thought it was called the Fortress of Eyes. It's apparently called the Red Fortress, but you see. Back in the Darklands, again, I'm just recruiting up armies. I'm trying to get power, amassing. We're probably going to go broke, though, because it's going to cost a lot. But I don't want to have to deal with Ungrim, though. So, you know, I trade him the Silver Pinnacle for a military alliance. And hopefully they'll keep my back off of some of these Nade dwellers who will try to attack me. Keep me nice and healthy. Accept that trade deal. Julong and Meitan finally on the next turn are going to attack the Red Fortress. But as I attack it, I did not expect the level of force here. You can see I'm mostly rocking like peasants and Jade crossbowmen and warriors. Not necessarily the strongest stack. But this Fortress of Ice stack is insane. They got Chosen, Harry the Hammer, Gorby's Chariots. Not what I want to be dealing with. And this is going to be a hard one. I really didn't know if it was actually going to be possible to win this fight. But I was sure going to give it my dangest. And they attack us at the Fortress of Eyes as I'm besieging them. And they have some elite stuff. Chosen, Chaos Warriors, Gorbies, Harry the Hammer. I was not expecting this level of resistance. And you know what I have. It's not a lot. We instantly come in the battlefield. And it's not a great position for us. We're kind of held up in this little hidey hole is where my army spawns. So I'm just going to have to bunker down here. Get on my infantry and try to hold them back for as long as I can. And hopefully with just enough mass of peasant fire, we can win this. That's a big hope, but we'll just have to see. We got a Celestial Lion. We got a lot of Lords. Maybe we can get this done. The Gorby Chariots coming there, but again, we just cannon shoot them down, blast them down. And we get my big old flame tornado. And we get a big old flame tornado on a huge amount of the forces. But they're chosen. They just ate it and they do not care. You can see just so much, like just oomph and power. You can see that it's just a bunch of Chaos Warrior mass just walking at me slowly. And the warriors and the peasants, they're not really suited for this fight. They don't want that smoke at all. And as they come over here,
Coming and they don't stop 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 coming.
we didn't hold as long as I thought we would be able to. Just the Chaos Warriors, Chosen, and Gorbies were so good at breaking down the front line, and these archers did not have enough time to shoot that they would like. So, with the final little pink volley and Harry the Hammer Storm coming in, we lose this battle. RIP. But we went down fighting, and I retreated, so I didn't take as much losses as maybe I would have otherwise. Gotta know when to cut your losses. And we go on to the next turn. I end up getting Saiyan because I've been recruiting Jade Lions and Jet Lions this whole time. So we have unlocked Saiyan at this point. He's going to be a big help. For this, you pretty much always get the Archer one. You never get the melee. Why would you ever want the stinky Lions to get a buff when you can have all your Archers get buffed? But we got Saiyan. We're not going to put it in Miao Miao's army because Miao Miao doesn't actually use a lot of Archers. She uses a lot of Crane Gunners, which Saiyan does not buff. We're going to send him to the other army to hopefully reinforce it, make it stronger. And as we push on Bloodwind Keep, I finally feel like it's time we can face the fight for the Sinesh Blade. This is a really hard battle. We start off the battle, we instantly go into the corner. Sinesh is going to try to come at us hard and fast, as they always do. More troops, it's a trap. Yes, more come out. I was aware of this. Like I said, I've lost this campaign once before, but that did not make it really any easier. They come over, they have Chosen. Soul Grinder comes into the front line. I try to burst it down as fast as I can, but the line of sight was really messing me up, and they instantly just kind of run past it. Some Forsakens, for some Chariots, some Chosen, they all attack the front line. And again, I only have 4 warriors to actually fight that frontline fight. So if they go, everything else is just range and they're able to just run through me. Keeper of Secret tried to get on Felix. He should be fine there. He is a legendary hero after all, you know, feeling pretty legendary. Pop his buffs, try to fight that off. And I switched my cannons on it too. Get rid of the single entities, didn't deal with infantry. Oh, but the line of sight, I don't know what's wrong with this map or something. We're just not able to shoot at anything and it's really rough. Miao, I tried to stop them with Miao, but it doesn't end up working out as well as I would like. They're just constantly beating down our front door. The Iron Hails are shooting in. The Jade Warriors are holding. They're getting their Harmony buffs. They're getting a lot of buffs, but oh, it's just a lot. The Celestial Lion is doing whatever he can. He dives on the Soul Grinder to try to peel it off, but my front line completely collapses. My back line completely collapses, and it's quickly just becoming the single entities versus this. And Miaoying is pretty strong at this point, and she does have Felix and Gojek, so she should be fine. But I guess we kind of half lost because we did lose pretty much our actual army. But you know, Miao, she's a queen. So, I ended up just fast forwarding this. I put Miao in dragon form. Gojek and Felix start kiting. Felix dies, but whatever. He was not really that important anyways. But it gets really close. It's pretty much just Miao again. And she ends up heal capping, but we end up winning it just barely, getting that Pyrrhic victory. We lose Felix, we lose a couple infantry, but the Sinesh Blades are a really good item, so it's worth getting it. And we get the next step in our corruption. We see that there has been a comfortable marriage between you and our gift. Perhaps you'd be interested in enchanting it further. Since it's attuned to your body now, it is possible to make it more powerful. Of course, as an extension of Sinesh's favor to you, we would enchant it as another gift. So kind of them. The kindness, I can feel it inside of me. Seeing that you haven't rejected their offer, they continue with a confident smile. Our enchanters are ready, pointing to a row of eager-looking demons. Our methods may be foreign to native Cathay. There are enough of them that stamina will not be an issue. I'm not sure what stamina has to do with this. But listen, they're offering me, out of kindness, to enchant my boots. You have to say yes. You can't reject kindness. You know, we gotta spread more kindness in the world, so we're gonna enchant the boots and not reject it. Sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah, Sinesh's Blade. It's the one from the Realms of Chaos campaign, Unbreakable, really strong. Nice. And we see we got a bunch of new things for unlocking that stage 2 transformation. And the aura of Lishentitioners. Whatever the hell that is. But it basically gives minus 10 melee attack to allies and enemies. After taking down the vampire counts, Shu Yun continues forth, and she's trying to go to Katerin. We finally meet up with her. We're going to get some trade deals with her and be the best of homies. And you can see we're finally able to start recruiting some of those Sineshi units. In the settlements, you can either have a Grand Cathay settlement or a Sineshi one. I'm getting some of those freaky units, and they have special abilities. This Peasant Archer here, whenever it shoots people, it provides a small debuff to melee attack and defense, but it does way less damage, and it also reduces leadership by a little bit. So they're just kind of like the normal Grand Cathay units, but with a little bit of tinge of the bubblegum pink on them. And we get our next event here. And I'll just describe what happens next. So the pink lady is very thankful to Miaoying. So she gets on her knees and she says, "Praise be to Mommy Miaoying. She is a queen. She is amazing. And I want to help you out, Miao, and be your #1 supporter." And that is just so kind of her. The pink lady is just oh so thankful to Miaoying for recruiting her. And she's like, "Thank you, Miao. Thank you. You're amazing." And Miao says, "No problem, fam." And we accomplish and we get the emissary. The emissary is a very strong legendary hero. Or maybe not very strong, but she's out here. She's got 2 forms. She's got the little lady form and the big, the tree branch form. You'll see the tree branch form in a little bit, but you can see this is a model for emissary. Looking pretty cool. She's got that Assassin's Creed hood on, and of course, she's bubblegum pink. Her skill line, she has like a mixture of like a Sinesh caster and like a buff Cathay guy. It's kind of weird. She has some summons. She has a flash bomb. She has the red skill line of like a lord on her. And just like a bunch of little stuff. And her passive is that all the demonettes, which you can get in this mod, get Sprific Must. She gets incomes from all buildings faction wide. And Miao's melee attack is plus 20% while she's in the army. So you definitely gonna want to keep the emissary with Miao. But I do not do that. I have to send Miao somewhere else because she's got a plan. She got a mission. But she's immortal. She's basically a legendary lord. Very cool character. I love her character design. She's not super OP from the battles I've played, but she's definitely pretty good. She has grand tactics, just a bunch of like little things. Like she's basically a buffer / melee combatant. I think she's mainly meant to be a buffer though. She can do summon, she got the AoE buffs, buff the army, buff. But she does have her second form, and when she goes in that form, she gets more weapon strength and just becomes a lot stronger in melee. So she's kind of like a hybrid guy. Pretty sick. And you can see the Blushing Moon Cult progresses stage 2, and we're going to be able to get some of those new researches. We're gonna get the pink Warstone alchemy. Hopefully it's not like that pink kryptonite, or things can get really weird pretty dang fast over here in Grand Cathay. And we're just gonna move on to the next turn. Loki, he wants some beef with Grand Cathay. He's coming and attacking my armies, but I actually ambush him here. You can see their ambush. He goes right out of the range, but the second army comes in here and gotcha! Discovered him. Pyrrhic victory, but you know, we only lose 3 peasants. Who cares about the peasants? They are chaff. So we'll probably just auto-resolve there. Just make sure that they get got. It's in the home turf, so we'll get most of their replenishment back anyways. Very good play for us. Ambushing AI. Always a sure way to get that victory royale. So now they're just having 1 strong army left there. Hopefully we can get a next turn as well. And really hamper down Loki. And who is this guy? How? This is Village's army that's been in the north this entire time. I have no clue how he got down here. But he is gonna be so annoying to deal with. I have no armies in the area. You're gonna have to recruit a whole dang new army just to get that guy. And he's got like a decent army too, so I have to recruit a lot. You stinky village loser. I'm gonna chop your brother up, and I'm gonna chop you up too, buddy. Miao's gonna take you out. But for now, we're just passing through the turns. You can see that Norscan army coming in. He's probably gonna take the Dragon Crossroads. Is he? Yeah, you can take that. That's fine. It's red territory. We don't even need it. We don't even need it. And I guess, I don't know, he just sacks it? Okay, buddy. Yeah, make up your mind. And we move on to the next turn. Another one of these events. That auto-resolve. Light work. I just auto-resolve most of these. I cut out most of them, but you know, some I left in here to show you. I am doing the caravans. Faction destroyed, you might have seen there. So Nakari is dead, and that means there's 1 less person for us to trade with, making this campaign harder. The real problem with this campaign is that all the Sinesh factions have like terrible like AI statistics, like compared to the other AI. They always get wiped out super early, so it's hard to really get those trade deals or even fight them because they're so dang far away. Azazel's off and who knows where, and Akari's off and who knows where. Sigvald's where Azazel is. They're just so far away. We do get a good ambush here. Not an ambush, but attack on village. We wiped that whole thing out. Again, we don't care about peasants. We can recruit peasant on peasant on peasant, and I don't want to spend all day fighting little chaos incursions. Miao does take a lot of damage now, so she is going to have to, you know, get a little bit of retreat and get her health back. But on the other side, we're going to go and attack this army that was left lacking. With 3 armies, he's probably going to run away. There's no way he's going to want the smoke. Yeah, he's running away, but he ain't gonna get very far. We're gonna track him down, get him down, beat him down. Miao's the strongest. And as we get freakier, I'm not gonna lie, the army gets a lot stronger. Not crazy stronger, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. A lot of hard battles, but luckily with some good tactics, we're able to break that guy down. Some of my cats are almost dead, but it's fine. And then we're gonna move on to the city of Shugungun and take back our settlement. Never take from Grand Cathay. You will regret it. You can see we're rocking pretty strong armies. Lots of cav. I love Jade Lancers. I think Jade Lancers are slept on. Pretty good in your armies. I recommend you take them. They're high mobility, high micro, but they pay off if you know how to micro. Next term starts. We get the Frostworm Skull from one of our caravans. But the main thing we're going to do here is attack the Red Fortress. We really want to wipe out village. We should be fine with Miao to break the settlement down. We can see the emissary here. We are going to turn her into her demon form right away because we don't have any, you know, spells or anything I want to cast on her. So go demon mode. We'll see that she actually has 2 people. I'm not actually sure if that's a bug or not, to be honest. I think she is meant to have 2 because there's 2 emissaries that came and offered Miao help. But they kind of like combine like Dragon Ball Z into one. They turn into the monster. Now, I assure you that this sensor bar is very much needed. The monster, she is definitely a monster in all sense of the words. But she's got like a whip, lots of weapon strength, very scary. You do not want to mess with the emissary. You can also transfer her back into her little human form if you want, but I'll keep her in the big dragon form, not dragon, demon form, just to, you know, break down these little chaos guys. Them and Gotrek and Miao should be able to beat this whole thing by themselves, to be honest. I don't really see it being trouble. You can see I'm just shooting up the wall, shooting it with cannons. We're going to break this she's down really fast. And we break down the Lord, we kill him, and the whole settlement routes, and we take that. Very nice. Loot and occupy, loot and occupy. Gotta get that money. We take that, we capture that, and the Red Fortress is ours. This should hamper village a lot. At least that's what I thought. And we're gonna start recruiting some of these freaky buildings. They have similar stats to the normal Grand Cathay ones, where we can create new freaky units. They provide Splenish Corruption, and they provide a little bit different. Like this one has growth rate. This is the main one I get. Growth rate, replenishment rate. I want to make sure we get that good girthy Grand Cathay economy, so I'm gonna recruit a lot of those. Clan Rectus goes here. You can see they're getting really massing huge numbers. I'm glad I got that ally with Kraza, not Kraza Cracked. with Ungrim Iron Fist so that he can take them out. But we're just going to continue pressing down on the Dark Elves. We kind of put a really big hamper in their plan, taking out those 2 super elite armies. So we should be good on just to keep pressing on them. Stinky Village, again, he runs away from me. He doesn't want smoke with that big army I recruited. He's probably just going to harass me for the rest of the game. Thank you, Village. Very kind of you. I have so much joy in my heart and a big old smile. Okay, looks like we got the next Sineshi event. You know I like these. So basically, Miaoying, you know, she's been working so hard, right? She's had a long day and she's tired. So the emissary, being such a kind bubblegum pink lady, offers to give Miaoying a massage. A very wholesome one, you know, relax the muscles. So Miao Miao lays down and she's laying there and, you know, she's enjoying the massage. But all of a sudden, it's almost like a ghost. A specter comes out and she can feel more hands. Is there hands? Is there not hands? Miaoying never knows because by the time she opens her eyes, it's just the emissary. We don't know. But the Miao Miao is very thankful to the emissary for this massage, and now she feels very relaxed and way more energy, feeling much stronger. Such a kind lady. We love spreading kindness in Grand Cathay. Thank you for the massage, bubblegum pink lady. After that event ends, I decide to go keep on pushing on the Dark Elves to get them out of Grand Cathay. Only Cathayans allowed in here. Yes, take Bel Chow. Take it. Take it. Auto-resolve that. I don't want to fight all that. We're gonna lose like what, a couple? We don't even lose anyway. Great, easy claps. We get the Dark Elves out of our land. Stinky. This is a Cathayan only, and we get the Helm of Drysko. Ooh, if we can get that on Miaoying and get her to get that Helm of Drysko ability, she is gonna be cracked by the end of the campaign. Hopefully that's what happens, but I guess we'll just have to see. I click on Miao Miao and instantly, of course, I'm gonna give the Helm of Dryska. Now, War God's RNG is known to be quite dookie muncher, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You can see we have a chance of dying, but I assume because she's a legendary hero, she can't actually die, she'll just get wounded. So she's definitely going to want that. And Village attacks me with his stack. I don't think I'm going to make it out of this one. This looks like a rough battle. They have a lot of force. We do have a good amount of Daka, but I don't really have anything to hold the front lines. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Instantly in the battle, we go triple speed. As he attacks us, he tries to get through that front line. He butchers through the peasant spearmen. It's not going very good. I cast down Searing Doom, and I can tell I'm not going to win this one pretty fast. So I just kind of retreat. And then we can attack him later to hopefully get better things. I try to snipe Village with Gotrek at the end here, just to kind of like, screw you, Village. But yeah, Gotrek, he's not as strong as in the books, clearly, and he actually loses to Village. Because I retreated all my forces before I lost too much, I should be able to retreat, gain my forces back, and counterattack him. So I should be okay, hopefully. We did lose like a good chunk, we lost 3 units, but I go in ambush stance, go back to my lands, and I recruit the Green Guardian. Hopefully this will be enough. The Village is probably going to attack me again, but if this is enough, we can beat him maybe. We go and ahead, finish the last main Dark Elf settlement. They got a couple more, but they're just like minor settlements, scrappy. Lokir's never coming back in this game, and we get another event. It seems like there's a special Sineshi trinket that we got for destroying the final Dark Elf. That's pretty cool. It looks like it was a cursed object though, and now Miao Miao has some ghosts that are haunting her. Poor Miao Miao. And she gets taken to another land as she passes out. She gets taken to the freak zone, and you know, she's fighting off a bunch of demons. Ka-chow, ka-chow, but Miao Miao does not win. And that's what happened. That's all that happens, trust me. But she gains another trait here, which seems to be nerfing her. That's RIP Miao Miao, the Brazier of Dreams. She eventually wakes up though, and it's all okay. W Miao Miao, never backing down, never giving up. Nikkei 30 would be proud of you, Miao Miao. We do actually level up the Mistress Servant item from completing that event, so that's pretty good. I'm not sure what it does exactly. I think it just buffs the, 20% campaign, 30 movement range. That's pretty strong. We don't have to worry about the negative effects following the Lord. I'm sure Miao Miao will be just fine. And you can see we finally have access to this new menu. Basically, it's like the Warband upgrade system for Walk, but I can use it to turn my normal Grand Cathay in troops into like the Freak version. So you can see here, I'm turning my Spearmen into these dual-wielding ladies. And you can see my Iron Hails are not leveled up enough quite yet. I gotta get to the stage before I can get that. But it's a pretty cool system. And it's going to help me increase the strength of my armies, because I clearly need it. I'm out here losing battles, and War God, he doesn't do that. I don't take losses, so I'm locking in. The dual weapon ladies are kind of what they say on the paper, the anti-infantry, and I already told you about the archers earlier. Skaven are continuing to beat down the dwarves, but hey, as long as they're not bothering me, I'm fine with it. Who said I was fair? Who said I was good ally? You can see back in the north here, we have Mei Tan, I think is her name, who I'm going to be putting Miao Miao in there pretty soon, because I'm going to want Attack Azazel. Spoilers, that's Miao Miao's plan. Once we beat a special quest battle, we need to then beat Azazel again. So we got to beat Azazel down 2 times. Before I can do that, Village attacks me. There he is with his whole army. Close to defeat this time, even worse than last time, and it's definitely going to get rough. We have 2 melee troops as our front line. I try to retreat, and it looks like we actually make that retreat and we're able to escape him. But I think we can actually win that one despite it looking pretty rough, and I'm going to continue pressing on him. I got a pretty cool caravan event here. I'm going to get blend by in, get some riches, money, 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 and we get the next stage of corruption, sealing the deal. This is going to take us to the next freaky stage. We got this from our trade deals with Sinesh. So here basically they come back to Miao Miao and they say, okay, Miao Miao, we're going to give you the upgrade, the Chug Jug, and you're going to get a lot stronger, but you're going to have to get sealed with this sticker. And you're going to have to wear this sticker to give you powers. It's like a little power up. So Miao Miao says, I'm not sure about this one, but you know, they end up convincing her, and of course we're going to get the seal. They're clearly doing it just to be kind, give Miao Miao more power to protect Yankathe. You know, I'm starting to think that these pink people might have alternative motives, but nah, I'll take it. Seal it. I want the upgrade. And we're going to go on to the next freaky stage of Miaoying's progression.
Oh my god. I'm about to blow.
And Miao Miao is, you know, she's coming around to the idea that maybe the pink people aren't bad, but I'm not sure about this, Miao Miao. Make sure you watch out for them. But here we got a bunch of new things, and we get a lot of debuffs this time. Minus 60% speed, minus 15 melee defense, and aura of degradation, minus 5 leadership for uncorrupted Cathayan units, more upkeep. So I'm going to want to switch as many units I can at this point to the corrupted versions, because the corrupted versions will have more leadership and obviously more upkeep. For buffs, she gets a ward save, which is pretty cool, with some armor and alliance with Sineshi factions. I'm sure that's, you know, just to help out Miao Miao. So I think overall it's definitely a nerf for now, but it should get a lot better later on. You can see the Aura of Degradation is basically, so allies get minus 15 melee attack near Miao Miao, but also enemies, it turns her into a Mortis Engine, which Mortis Engines are really strong, so held up. Maybe it is a buff. Mortis Engines are pretty dang strong, and 12 to 24 is like a mid-tier Mortis Engine. Pretty good. Thank you, Sineshi guys. Thanks, and I'll show you Miao Miao's new form pretty soon. But for now, we gotta peel off these stinky village in my lands, stinky dark elves in my land. We need to make this a wholesome Grand Cathay Empire so that we can rule and become the freakiest empire in the world, so the Gunnar dream will live forever. Here we see, I'm actually gonna counterattack village. You know, I thought I had this. I thought it was gonna be light work. I got the green giant, bro. He's green and he's big. It should be easy. I get my lord Jian Bao. He's got the Von Karstein blade, so he's gonna have regen. We got the emissary. You already know she's got that tree branch on her, so she should be able to chop down a lot of dudes. At the start of the battle, I go instantly try to snipe village with my lord. I give him all the buffs, but it honestly doesn't really work out that well. Village doesn't take that much damage, and my lord ends up taking some heavy heat from this giant, smacking him down with my club. And that, oh my gosh, the blue fire is destroying my caster. That's my only one here. The emissary doesn't have any spells. So yeah, so I lose my caster. I do get a nasty final trans down before I leave, but ultimately at the start of the battle, I've already lost my caster. At least she's routing, and my lord's also terror routing at half HP. He does have regen, so he'll get a lot of the HP back, but that is definitely not what you want to be seeing in the early game. I do have the summon, which would help me out here, and I do have a lot of Daka. My front line is just so thin, and we instantly start the battle here. They're coming in there. I'm not going to play the voice line again with the they keep coming, they keep coming, but that's basically what's happening here. It's just a hordes of them. I spawn down the summon immediately. I see I need to clog up that gap. I just need to hope that my volume fires enough that I can kill them all before they can get to me. But it's not looking too hopeful so far. The cannons are shooting into the dogs, but they get onto the crane gunner right away. Beat it down. I go to try to attack village. It still doesn't work out. He casts a blue fire. I think he's just attacking some of my crane gunners. You can see I already lost most of my crane gunners. They really broke through my front line fast. He also did the tier 3 army ability, like absolutely obliterating them. So yeah, things are pretty dang rough. My last bastion of strength, I got 2 cannons which are going to get shut down really soon. An archer, green giant, the emissary, and my lord. Village is a lot stronger than me right now, and he has both himself, the giant, and I think aspiring champions too. So I honestly thought it was over at this point. But it wasn't enough to where I wanted to retreat all my units off the battlefield. I thought maybe. I do end up actually getting that village snipe finally. Finally, he doesn't have AP. I don't know why that was so hard, Zhenpao. But we get him. The emissary over here, she has her demon summon. I unlocked that for leveling her up. And we're going to hit this. And we're going to hit the giant with that double bang, bang, bang maneuver from the front and the back. Hopefully, we can knock him down and we should be able to win the battle. Hopefully, there's still a lot of forces. The trolls are coming back. They do have the cheats, but they're still trolls, so they should just rout. And in the late game here, we got the green giant, my lord, and the emissary holding down the fortress, and they should be able to barely scrape by a win. My lord is heal capped, the green giant is super low, the emissary is super low. It was a super close one. I probably should have taken this fight, but we end up winning it and taking out village. The thing is, we take him out, but we definitely don't even have close to amount of force to actually push on the, what is that, Bloodwind Keep. So it's not really all sunshine and roses, but we got him. We beat him down. We got that defeat trait. It's a pretty good one, and we can recruit more freaky units now. Alright, and that's where we're going to be ending for the first part of this campaign challenge, I guess it is. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Obviously, you can probably tell this was a lot of work. There was like 16 plus hours of footage I had to cut through. That was definitely very fun. But I really hope you guys like this. I'd love to do more. You know, this mod, it gets way more crazy in the later half. It's kind of a slow starter, and then it ramps up later. So I hope that this does well. If you can like, if you can subscribe, it really does help out. And it's going to make me, you know, be like, okay, do part 2, part 3. You can see what I'm saying? And then just, you know, there's like Marathi, Katerin. So I'm hoping this series, you know, does pretty good. If you like it, drop a like and subscribe. And that's pretty much it. If you got any suggestions for the videos, leave them in the comments. And if you have any questions as well, just hit me up. Alright guys, I'll see you hopefully next time.